that shield is complicated. I am Captain America.
No, you're not. We're gonna see the before.
Over advice then. Stay the hell out of my way. You play for this country. Shield and no shield. I'm not gonna let anybody tell me I can't fight for it. We don't want anyone else to get hurt. You don't want to do this? Yeah, we do.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so good. Fuck Walker, man. He's a little bitch. Man, I'm really loving this show. Like, this show is crazy. It's definitely exceeded my expectations. Like, I was excited for it and I thought it would be good, but it's like on a whole nother level for me. And especially this last episode, which I think it was my favorite so far, pretty closely with episode 2 when they introduced Isaiah Bradley. Like, all of that stuff was tragic, and this episode raised the stakes in terms of like the characters and the action and all that. But what happened with John Walker was just insane. And I really do think I might get emotional in this next episode and maybe the finale as well. Like, even just watching this trailer, I got a little emotional. They showed the parts I think that have already come that did affect me emotionally. Like, the first moment was in episode 2 when Sam and Bucky were having the conversation in the like therapy scene. When Bucky was telling telling Sam, who should be the real Cap, like why he feels that Sam was a little bit disrespectful in giving up the shield so easily or quickly. And then obviously what resulted after that, which was that it went to this motherfucker, John Walker. And he said that because Steve put his trust in Sam, and for good reason, but Sam doesn't believe it. Like, he didn't believe in himself, which is why he gave it up, at least, like, I think partially. Another reason, obviously, is race, I think. There's just a lot of baggage that goes with black people in America, and especially, like, still to this day, they're just not treated the same, and they're definitely treated very badly by white people in power, especially men. Bucky feels that if Sam was not the right man for the job and Steve was the one that picked him, then maybe Steve was wrong to pick him. And if that is the case, then maybe Steve was wrong to put his trust in Bucky. I definitely think that is the what that scene meant, but I also think that in some way it could have also meant that if you being Sam, coming from Bucky, if you weren't gonna be willing to take this position, like becoming the new Cap, then why didn't Steve pick me to do it? I would have been glad to do it. That's like how I thought about it originally. And I still think that is a factor, because even in last week's episode 3, when they were on the plane after leaving Madripoor, Sam said that maybe he should have destroyed the shield instead of giving it up. And Bucky was like, no, fuck that. I'm going to take that shit from John Walker if that's what you want to do. And I'm going to take it for myself. And like, obviously that doesn't necessarily mean he has to be Captain America, but I think he can be, and I think he does want to be as good of a person as he can be, and stepping into those shoes might help him do that. And he does like believe in what the shield stands for, which it seems maybe Sam doesn't. Like he believed in Steve, but not necessarily Captain America. So the show is like really getting into some real stuff and like going deep with it, and has a lot of themes. It's actually kind of crazy because I feel like the show is more about America than any of the movies have been. Even the first movie, which was very propaganda-y, obviously, which like made sense because that's what Captain America was when he was created in World War II. So it fit the movie, but like this show is America today and what America has become, or maybe has always been, um, at the forefront of the story. So that's like one of the things that I think is like really good about it. But yeah, I wasn't sure what Walker was gonna do, but this motherfucker's gonna be, he's not gonna give it up willingly. So I hope Bucky kicks his ass. I hope Sam and Bucky kick his ass. But I know Sam doesn't want it to get physical. He doesn't want to be violent, have to resort to violence if there's another way. But I think Walker's definitely gonna force their hands. Um, and yeah, he's just gotta go. But another moment that did get me pretty teary eyed was actually this episode in the beginning, in episode 4, when we saw Bucky in Wakanda when his programming was being removed from with the help of Shuri, and then obviously Io was there to like test it in case it hasn't been removed yet. She would be able to stop him. Um, but I think she did have faith in Shuri and what they have done, and it did end up working. And we see like the relief on Bucky's face where he finally feels free. So like that really got me. Like Sebastian Stan's acting was like crazy good in that scene. That's the best I've seen him, not only in the MCU but in anything he's done. I don't know if I've seen much else, but I did watch I, Tonya. Yeah, I don't know if I've seen anything beyond that though with him. Yeah, so that got me. And the head writer, who was like the showrunner of Falcon and Winter Soldier, said that episode 5 is gonna make people cry. So if I already got teary eyed in episode 2 and 4, then I'm assuming I definitely probably will cry in this next episode. And I think it's gonna be related to some character that we haven't seen yet, and I have no idea who that could be. But I really hope they bring Isaiah Bradley back into the story in this episode. It seems like we're gonna see John Walker's like introduction as Captain America from the other side this time. So that'll be interesting, and maybe the whole episode will be showing the other side of what we've heard about, but we haven't seen yet. So like maybe we'll get that flashback of Isaiah versus the Winter Soldier, and during the Korean War, um, and then we'll see John Walker's stepping into the role and maybe accepting it when they offered it to him, and stuff like that. So I'm definitely looking forward to that, and I think the ending's gonna be really good and really crazy, but I'm excited. So thank you for watching my video. Have a good day and peace.